What's going on, editing Turkey? Welcome back to episode 2 of my FIFA 17 career mode with Newport County on my channel. So, in today's episode of this series, we're going to be playing in the semi-finals of European International. We've got a pre-season tournament that we did start off in the first episode, and we have a game here, technically at home against Falkenbergs FF. I believe they are a Swedish club. That is the team we're going to be starting off with. Unfortunately, we did lose Labadi in the previous episode for 6 weeks, so we're going to put Sheehan there. Labadi, obviously, the 63 rated cam that we do have. How are we going to get on? A 1-1 draw, and we managed to beat Falkenberg 5-4 on penalties, so that's brilliant. We're into the finals now of this pre-season tournament, and it will bring us obviously a considerable amount of money on top of what we have already, which is obviously what we need and what we want. Press conference, not really interested in that. Like a bit of prize money, or actually on top of that, actually from getting into the final, which is nice to see. Fortunately, we do lose Darren Jones, our centre back, for 7 days after he got an injury in that previous game. Got to wait a bit now before we can start doing some more player development, because we have a game coming up. And Man United, I've just seen, have bought Suarez, which is unrealistic as heck, man. Really, would he join Man U when he's at Barca? Oh well. Aside from that, Jones obviously can't play in this game. He's in, so we'll put Bennett in. Is what it is, I suppose. We'll get him back for the next game. Labadi obviously is going to be up for a bit more than that, which is a shame. We'll put Angel on the bench. Maybe you can get a chance. But I've obviously put him up for the loan list. Yeah. Basically, if you want to know why I'm doing this career, basically my objective is to try and get Newport County into the Premier League. Basically, that's going to take a few seasons. So, yeah, this could be a series that I've got some for a while. But, you know, as long as you guys enjoyed it, I don't particularly mind making it. So that's the team we put up. No changes apart from Bennett being into the team. And we actually win the game, actually. The game ended 0-0. We went into extra time after regulation time ended, and we managed to win 4-3 on penalties, so we win the pre-season tournament, which is great to see for us, and that will bring us considerable funds that we do obviously desperately need. £510,000 right there. Seem happy with us, how we did, and I didn't see that Sheehan got injured, and he got injured in that game for 2 months, which is an absolute bummer. So our replacement to got Cam is injured, and obviously we can't actually put him on there for now for training, which is even more annoying. So I have to finger putting someone else there. Right, who we put there then? I'm looking at a few players there, but really they don't really look like they can go there, if you know what I mean. Let's go 1-1 goalkeeping for Beauchamp. He's 18, 33 rated. Let's see if we can get that rating up a little bit before we obviously a loan offer comes in. Because I put him up on loan, or to go out on loan, sorry. Greely's now 59 rated, which is nice to see. Our 21-year-old striker looked like he had more potential than O'Hanlon. That's why I'm playing him. Newport County's market valuation continues to rise. That's correct. Obviously, we now have a bit of money that we can go ahead and spend. I think we need to actually go and spend it now, because our cams have both got injured, and you know we need a cam. Obviously, we've got £1.3 million in the bank. Don't obviously want to spend the whole of that on a player, but we are going to have to go and look for a cam to go ahead and purchase. So I tend to go and look in the 20 to 24 brackets. We could obviously look for perhaps a Premier League player, and we can try and loan him in. I don't know if that's something we can do. I don't obviously want to go ahead and buy one. I'd rather just loan one in. I think it would make more sense instead of, you know, wasting money on buying a player. So definitely want to go straight to the Premier League and have a look. Instead of just buying one, I'd like to obviously look at their stats first, consider whether I should send my scout to go and find out their rating and all about them. Haskell looks quite good. He's pretty quick, got good balance and all that, so maybe we can ask our scout to go and scout him. Then they can obviously find out what his rating is and all that. Lyndon Gooch got a bit of pace, so we'll inquire about him. Handyman doesn't really look tempting, and neither does that Manchester City centre back from Kosovo. Perhaps we can look in the Championship. Obviously, looking in something like the La Liga would be pretty stupid, to be honest with you. I don't think they're going to want to. One of their players from that league is going to want to come play in League 2 for Newport. Don't really know why, but there is no evidence of any cams being up for sale here. That's all, which is rather annoying, to be honest with you. Maybe if we just don't select any league and just get a list of them. I was looking at their stats, to be honest. Ekstaburu plays for Ibar. Doesn't look very tempting. Barış Atuk, Turkish guy. Physical stats aren't pretty bad, if you ask me. Let's inquire about him. George Green, he doesn't look too bad. Contract expiring soon as well. James Weah doesn't look too bad. He will inquire about him. Juan Manuel Alvarez. Yeah, we'll give him a go, I suppose. Manu. Lyndon Gooch we obviously already inquired for. Marshall Hartel plays for Köln in the Bundesliga. Between Signe, he looks pretty good. Wow, that will be able to get someone like him now. Just looking at his stats, obviously we've already inquired for, and that Correa doesn't look great. It's very tempting what I'm after. So there we are, kind of like an emergency loan we're going for because of my two cams that I did intend on playing a cam. Both now got it injured, which is rather annoying if you ask me. Anyway, now advancing obviously towards the start of the League 2 season. I won't be playing every single game because, you know, this first season could go on for a little while, longer than it needs to be going on, because I might sim some of the games, depending on who we're playing and whether at home or away. Beauchamp is now at the 54 rated, that's quite nice to see already, and Bob and Butler almost touching 60 and 64 rated respectively, which is nice to see as well. So let's move on and advance. Hartlepool will be awkward customers, predicted to finish 21, as Jeff Stein would like to know, and that's where they predicted to finish. Now we've got some scout stuff back. Aurelio Singh 69 rated. His wage is 23k. I don't even think we've got that much in terms of how much we have on the wage now. Nah, so unfortunately we can't get him. I think I'm pretty stupid actually inquiring about him. But Arctic 61 rated. Hartel 62, Hassel 63, Alvarez, no, I'm not fancying that. Neither, nah, I never am Weah. Green, nah. Arctic, I don't think so either. So we can't go for Loftus-Cheek, let's just completely discard him immediately. I'm thinking of, just looking at their stats here, I'm thinking Gooch is the best one to go for. So let's see if we can inquire about him. He will actually break our mind completely, but if he's a good player, then heck, I don't particularly mind. 1 year I think would be okay, offer him a bit of a bonus per goal, and let's see if we can get the American to come and join us. Obviously, if that doesn't work out to plan, we will consider inquiring for Hartel and Hesketh. I suppose we can do that right now, actually. Hesketh, not Hesketh, sorry, Hartel doesn't look too bad. 62 rated, same age as Gooch as well. Got a bonus for goal as well. And he will actually leave us with a bit of money if we do buy him, in contrast to obviously if we buy Gooch. And we have the Southampton player of Hesketh, we'll inquire about him. 63 rated, and he's 20 as well. They're all 20, which is nice to see. And you know, they're all relatively quite reasonably good rating in terms of how young they are. You know what I'm after. Anyway, let's advance. I wonder where we're predicted to finish. Obviously, the board wants to finish mid-table, but I obviously want to get promoted. That's the whole point of this series, to get as high as we possibly can. So they've all accepted our loan offers. I think we're going to go Gooch. I know obviously he's going to literally leave us with no money at all, but he looks like the best player right there, and you know, we do need a good player to be behind my two strikers, John Lewis and Green. So there we are. Unfortunately, we're going to have to reject those two, and they're going to have to go back to their respectable clubs. We do have Gooch now on loan for the season, so it's not looking too bad now that Sheehan and there are players in. So in comes Gooch. We'll make our first signing, and probably the only signing I'm going to be making. I'm quite happy with how the team's looking at the moment. Relatively young team, got a few players over the age of 30, but you know, we do have like just a relatively young squad. We've also gone up a rating, from 80 to 81 in terms of our manager rating. No predicted finish here for Notts County. I believe the manager is Kevin Nolan. Predicted finish now 7, and I did just see in training injury Jack Combs, and he's out for 2 months. I don't know if he's in our main team. He isn't, but still, that's another injury that we have to deal with. Oh man, everyone's getting injured. He was on our bench, so you know, he was someone we were going to bring on and can consider having. So you know, that's a bummer again, to be honest with you. We'll put Tozer there, I suppose. Oh, we got 2 right backs on the bench, but really, that's all we can do, to be honest with you. It's a bit of a bummer that he got injured there, Compton, but it is what it is. You can't really do anything about that. Players get injured, and he just got injured right there. Before I actually move on, I'm going to stop the sim right now because we are able to now do some more player development. See if we can get a few more players going up. A few more ratings, that'll be quite nice to see. So we go, training has completed, and Beauchamp he's going up ratings pretty quickly. Nice to see. He's now 55 ratings. Maybe we should consider him as our backup goalkeeper instead of that other guy that we have. I forgot what his name now is. After this, we've got some good news. Josh Labadie has returned from his injury, and he's going to be hopefully fit enough to play soon. I don't think he's going to be ready though for our first game of the season here against I believe it is Morecambe. We're away from home. Let's just see how his fitness is looking. So I think he's fit enough to go onto the bench. We'll put him on the bench and we will take off Tozer and put Jeb there. I think we'll take Bittner off and put Beauchamp there. He can on the bench. He's high rated, and you know, we played to the guy only 18, but already going up the ratings pretty swiftly, which is what you expect, to be honest with you. So Labadie is on the bench, not fit enough, I don't think, to start the game, but that is going to be our starting 11 for the game against Morecambe. So, here we are. We could obviously go ahead and sim the game, but it is the first game of the series, so I would obviously like to go ahead and play it. But that will probably have to wait now until the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We got a bit of progress done, got some good and bad news. We managed to sign that Gooch player from Sunderland, the American, so he's gone straight in at cam, and obviously when Labadie is fit, I might just replace them two, or just alter them when one of them's tired and all that good stuff. We managed to go up a rating up to 81 in terms of our manager rating, and obviously they are our objectives: finish with at least 850,000 profits at the end of the first transfer window, and we need to get to around the 32 in the Emirates FA Cup. Our profit's 1.2 million, so we are keeping to that objective for now, but obviously if we go ahead and buy a player, then I might alter. Until episode 3 of this series, which will be uploaded in a few days time, look forward obviously to that. We'll be taking on Morecambe in our first game of the series that we're actually going to be playing now, not simming. Morecambe just above us in the table right there, not very mad because nobody's actually played the game yet. Episode 1 will be in the description below in the playlist I have created for this series. Thank you very much for watching the video, guys. Take care of yourself, guys. I've been editing Tick. Have a nice rest of your day. Peace. Yeah.